Chapter 19. The Last Visit. The road to Birkin House felt different this time. Not ominous, not heavy, just final. The sky was overcast, the kind of soft gray that made the world feel muted, as though wrapped in wool. The sea was calm, its surface a dull silver, reflecting the clouds above. Even the gulls seemed quieter, circling lazily over the cliffs without their usual sharp cries. Nesrine drove slowly, the tires crunching over the gravel as she pulled up to the house. Arthur sat beside her, hands folded loosely in his lap, his gaze fixed on the facade. "You ready?" he asked. "No," she said, "but I'm here." They stepped out of the car. Birkin House stood still, its windows dark, its stone walls streaked with the remnants of the storm. It no longer felt like a place holding its breath. It felt like a place exhaling. They walked inside. The air was cool but not cold. The silence was deep but not oppressive. The house felt emptied, not abandoned, simply relieved of a burden it had carried too long. Arthur paused in the hall. "Where to?" Nesrine didn't hesitate. "The cellar." He nodded. They descended the narrow staircase, the stone steps damp beneath their boots. The cellar was exactly as they had left it. The cot, the notebooks, the mural on the wall. But something had changed. The air felt lighter, the shadows softer, the room less haunted. Arthur approached the mural, running his fingers lightly over the charcoal lines. "It looks different." "It is," Nesrine said. She stepped closer. The faces on the wall, the 5 friends repeated again and again, seemed less frantic now, less desperate. The 6th face, once half erased, half formed, had softened, not completed, but no longer violently scratched out. Arthur frowned. "Did you?" "No," she said. "I haven't been here since the night he fell." Arthur stepped back. "Then who?" "The house," she said quietly. Or memory. Or time. She didn't need to explain. Some truths didn't require logic, only acceptance. She walked to the table and opened one of the notebooks. The pages were filled with the same jagged handwriting. Confessions, sketches, fragments of longing. But on the last page, something new had appeared. A single line, written in a steadier hand. "Thank you for seeing me." Arthur inhaled sharply. "He wrote that?" "No," Nesrine said. "Not while he was alive." Arthur looked at her, unsettled. "Then how?" She closed the notebook gently. "Some stories don't end when the person does," she said. "Some stories finish themselves." Arthur didn't argue. They stood in silence for a moment, the cellar breathing around them. Nesrine turned toward the staircase. "There's one more place." Arthur followed her back upstairs, through the hall, past the sitting room, and out onto the terrace. The sky had begun to brighten, the clouds thinning to reveal a faint wash of pale blue. The sea shimmered softly below, its surface rippling like silk. Nesrine walked to the railing. Arthur joined her. "You think he came here before he left?" "Yes," she said. This was the last place he felt almost part of something. She rested her hands on the stone. "He stood here," she said. "He looked at the sea. He remembered the summers, the laughter, the moments when he believed he belonged." Arthur nodded. "And then he went to the cliffs." "Yes." They stood together in silence, the wind brushing past them gently. After a moment, Nesrine reached into her coat pocket and pulled out the folded sketch she had taken from Jane's room. The one where he stood beside her, equal, seen. She placed it on the terrace table. Arthur watched her. "You're leaving it here." "It belongs here," she said. "Not in evidence. Not in storage. Here." The wind lifted the edge of the paper, then let it fall again. Nesrine stepped back. Arthur looked at her. "Is this goodbye?" She nodded. "For him, for the house, for the story." "And for you." She hesitated, then shook her head. "No." she said. Not yet. They walked back through the house one last time. The rooms were quiet. The walls were still. The house did not call to them. It simply watched them go. Outside, the sky brightened further, the first hint of sunlight breaking through the clouds. Nesrine closed the front door gently. Arthur looked at her. You okay? She exhaled slowly. Yes, she said. I think I am. They walked toward the car, the gravel crunching softly beneath their feet. Behind them, Birkin House stood silent and still, no longer a witness to tragedy, but a keeper of memory. And for the first time since she had stepped inside it, Nesrine felt the story beginning to settle, not finished, but ready.